Welcome back, everybody, to the casting booth. I hope you missed us last week because we're back. I'm Crow. I'm joined once again by my good friend Jonah. And Jonah, I think I can speak for us both when I say I am very excited for this game. We've got PDHM and Slaughterhouse. Slaughterhouse, unfortunately, being the victims of quite the upset last week to OCG, and PDHM, though, being the victors of an underdog story so far, not only winning against Ape, but currently sitting undefeated at the top of their group.
I mean, Crow, it's really good to be back, especially, missing last week and missing some of the most ridiculous upsets we've seen so far this season. Of course, it's just halfway. We're right in the middle of the season right now. But last week was one of those weeks you are going to remember. And yes, like you highlighted, Slaughterhouse, they are not super happy after last week and their loss to OCG, and they'll be coming out and they'll be looking for a response. But PDHM, they're riding high. Not only coming off a victory on Clubhouse, but a victory against arguably one of the strongest teams in this group, Ape. A 7-5 victory from PDHM. Excellent stuff from them. And on the very same map, in a very same environment against an equally powerful team, I mean, I expect to see pretty great things from PDHM. Of course, they are sitting atop the group leaderboard right now, the only undefeated, 9 points to their name. That is a lot for Slaughterhouse to own up to, but I do think that this one is going to be one of the most hotly contested matchups we've seen so far, just given the fact that both of these teams have showcased their abilities to play week after week.
Well, so it's going to be a blue main pinch with maybe someone sitting above Kitchen. Here's the drop from Prompted. He'll actually end up getting the first kills by AK, but the blue rush does not work out. Gideon and Rio both with a kill each. Kilo with another covering the Jaeger's back. Finally, the generator player will go down, but at this point, it's still a one-man advantage for Slaughterhouse, and only 25 seconds remaining with both of these attackers isolated from each other. The reinforcements mean that Exo is going to be completely locked off inside of blue. Kilo peeks long, takes out his only teammate. Exo is actually going to be able to kill Kilo there with the Goyo shield, but with no diffuser control, only 10 seconds left and just 1 HP, this should be an easy cleanup for Slaughterhouse. There's Giddy just moving over towards the hallway, finishing him off, and they take a very well-played round number 1 thanks to the impact trip. Inrio is dead. A beautiful first pick from WAV, and not only is that Inrio, but that's also your Wamai, and also I believe your Garage player, but there's no coverage on the main wall. Bear is able to get the bandit trick off for free, and it's really curious as to why PDHM didn't have any counter to that. I mean, maybe they didn't know. So finally able to get those bandit batteries off, but they did absorb all of Subarctic's utility as well. That one thermite that Prompted set off, I mean, that's really all they got unless some of that breach was allocated to Garage. Subarctic does get a nice kill, though, into the site onto Bear, but Vivid's quick with a refrag, and we're in a 3 versus 2 with Prompted, the defuse planter, on very low HP, who could potentially be susceptible to these gas grenades from Vivid, or even just a wayward shot from one of these last 2 defenders. One player will be down red, covering for a flank, but no, WAV actually pushes up, and that's an easy kill for Vivid. Now the man count has been even, and there's only 8 seconds left. Prompted has to go for this plant soon, and it's going to be dangerous with Kilo over towards the south, Vivid on the east, and a great headshot from the smoke, taking out the cover. Kilo killing the planter itself through the wall. And Slaughterhouse with round number 2, thanks to yet again brilliantly played wall denial.
Yeah, Slaughterhouse not bringing anything in the way of hard breach denial. No mute, no Kaid, no bandit, nothing. And honestly, that's not too big of a deal. It is rather easy to deal with any of those gadgets if you place them over on that jacuzzi wall. Jim has a window. You're not running a castle. So your overall goal for Slaughterhouse is clearly not to hold down that wall so hard, but it is to hold down bathroom. Giddy has about 5 Wamai magnets, 2 ADSs, all to support this very strongly held bathroom position. We'll take a bit of damage there from WAV as he exposes his toes to the Jaeger. Now, Inrio got stuns out, so he'll have to back off that angle, but Bear, he'll get aggressive. He'll swing on to Rafi, claim the opening pick for round number 3, put PDHM on the early back foot. Inrio with another. That one onto the already low HP Exo, and here comes another engagement. Inrio just spraying, swinging the window wide, and he'll get the kill onto WAV. The diffuser now dropped outside the breach. You've got Prompted and Subarctic nowhere near each other. In fact, Prompted is on this very one-sided, isolated push into this gym hallway. He'll spray, miss a couple of shots on Inrio. Inrio will seize that opportunity to pop right up and secure the triple kill. And now Subarctic, who was just waiting on the roof the last 30 seconds, will will sit out the rest of the 30 seconds of the round, just talking that one over with his team, figuring out exactly what went wrong.
Subarctic will once again use his ace charges, but look at that. There's a bandit this time. Bear hopping back onto the batteries. This is something we didn't see in the last basement defense, but it's here now. I mean, at least Prompted was able to get 2 of his exothermic charges down on hatches, but Subarctic's gonna have to do a little bit more work if he wants to get any of that church wall open. Exo still hammering her away at the kitchen floor, unable to find any pick just yet, but luckily for him, it remains uncontested. That's going to allow one of these ace charges to go off. Was Kilo there in time? He was! He'll deny that ace charge, and now Subarctic cannot open that hatch as he's only got one more, and he'll decide to use it on dirt. Open that one up. So we've got blue hatch open, got Moto hatch open, and now we've got dirt. Nice spread here by PDHM, but yet again, with this church wall completely closed, Slaughterhouse have been playing off of that perfectly. That could be the difference maker once again.
You said this variety of pressure from PDHM. To me, it looks like it's a lot of this utility spread a little bit too thin. Inrio gonna make that certain, finding the first kill onto Exo, but 2 more players have dropped into blue. Prompted finds one, Bear responds, but Rappy has a kill of his own. There goes Prompted now, a double kill. Now Slaughterhouse are once again down a man in a 2v3 situation, but Bear has an answer. He'll swing out, cut down Rappy. Plant is going down though from Prompted, and now Slaughterhouse have to act. Bear a C4, but he'll get cut down first. Wav on the swing. It's Vivid denies. Vivid! He gets the second and gets the clutch. Vivid, an incredible clubhouse he's having so far. That's 4 in a row for Slaughter. Bear again on the bandit trick. We're going to see a couple of flashbangs come in to burn some of that ADS. We can see Wav. He'll likely go for some sort of stun lock here, but it's not going to matter. No, that's another perfect bandit trick. Hello? Here he goes again. That's the last exothermic charge, and there it is. Okay, your thermite is useless. Prompted is in this lobby for no reason. How can you let this happen?
They're just not taking the necessary steps. I mean, you know that there's going to be another bandit, and what does the bandit put up to deny that stun lock? A barricade. And PDHM, you can't deal with that. And now Exo not being droned into Swamp. He gets cut down, and so does the window player. Inrio goes massive. Sure, you lose Kilo and Rafters, but who cares? You got Inrio down below. You've completely denied any breach from the thermite, and all you've got to do is deny Subarctic from opening, what, 1 ace hole in con wall? When you've still got the bandit alive and 4 impacts from Inrio. Sure, Inrio's offside, but you still got 2 from Giddy, who actually, he's playing in Master. So even if PDHM wanted to, they couldn't even go for this push. Not with 48 seconds left, and Diffuser dropped outside of Garage. Prompted and Subarctic, they're looking like they're going to start trickling in. Raffi is below them in Lounge, and he will also join them through Swamp. This is looking like it's going to be a complete Rafters push, with Subarctic now going to Plat, maybe hoping that, you know, one of his teammates is able to shoot off that bandit battery. So there we go. We're finally going to be able to get a Garage, or sorry, not a Garage, a Plat wall breach, but Bear playing right around the server stack. His position not known. Sure, he's refragged by Prompted, but now you've only got a 2 versus 3. 15 seconds. 2 gas grenades still from Vivid, one of which he'll send out over towards default plant spot. How are PDHM going to get in? There's one guy stuck on the window. That's going to be Prompted with the diffuser. He's going to need help from Subarctic pushing in, but Subarctic has to cover for the cross. He'll jump inside of the breach. He's stuck in that Malusi Banshee. Giddy cuts him down, and the clock will strike 0. Slaughterhouse take their 5th straight round because PDHM just don't know how to deal with wall denial.
Vivid making himself a little rotation to back out, something that should probably happen quickly given that the drone has spotted him out and his back is now exposed. The last Toxic Babe will cover his exit, and so will Bear. Now watching this con door over through master bedroom. Rio, the next player to stand in their way, he'll go for this swing, but no, it's Raffi who pushes straight into bedroom and actually collects one onto Vivid. Bear responds, finding one onto Raffi, but now he's very low HP and caught in an uncomfortable position. Only 8 seconds remain, and the diffuser is not going down right now. Finally, it's going to be planted by Subarctic here. He's going to reposition, actually cross by Inrio, who's now going to have to retake this. He'll find one. He'll go for the swing, and he gets it again. Slaughterhouse cannot lose. Round number 6, and they take it anyway. Flawless defensive performance.
9-3, a 5.0 KD from Vivid, the smoke player being 5-1. Everyone else on the squad is positive as well. Slaughterhouse are putting in the work, and PDHM just, I mean, I'll say it again, they just don't look like themselves. Hopefully they have just as confident a defense as Slaughterhouse did. Otherwise, this is already looking like a stomp. And here's Inrio getting that opening pick. Wav swiftly droned out and swiftly collapsed upon. Here's the second one, the Malusi of Raffi, or sorry, the Malusi of Exo trying to desperately find this refrag, but he's unable to find it just yet. Nearly cut off, and no, he will be cut off from the secret window. 2 kills for Slaughterhouse in 45 seconds, and all it costs is a couple drones and most of Inrio's HP.
One thing you still have to worry about is, of course, the CCTV window. He's not going to expose himself. You can see how his position, no, the nade's not going to do it. Yes, it will! A perfectly placed nade from Giddy. Goodbye, some Arctic prompted. He's got an answer, but now he's got to make hightail and run. Ooh, good shot there from Raffi. Over playing on Raptors. That'll remove Vivid, giving him his second death of the round. Now this one's actually looking achievable. Not so much anymore, as Raffi is going to make a little bit of a positioning mistake, expose himself to the breach. And well, it's going to be all up to Prompted. The smoke players have been extremely clutch so far today. Vivid having taken up that role, but now it's Prompted on the side of PDHM, who's going to be forced to pull this one out. Creep up in Raptors, but he's been staring a drone in the face, so he fears he's been spotted. He'll rotate back around. The site control now being sacrificed. Bear going for the plant. Looks like the Toxic Bay will deny it, at least temporarily. The Prompted just going to hold down top red. He's just going to lock this down and wait for this eventual push, but Slaughterhouse have so much time and so much manpower. There it is, the swing, the crossfire. Inrio is credited with the kill, and Slaughterhouse complete the 7-0 most dominant victory we've seen in this stage of CL so far.
Wow. I believe that's the only 7-0 so far, am I correct?
I think you're right, yeah.
And how fitting that the only undefeated team in Group A should suffer their first loss without winning a single round.
Wow.
There was just, like, I'm struggling to think of things that PDHM did right. And I mean, I guess that's the case when you have a 7-0 like that.
Well, the good thing is, Crow, we don't have to sweat it too much. That's not our job. The analysts are going to take that away, so we'll throw it over to the analyst desk, see what they have to say about this matchup.